Hey guys, it's John, and today we are playing Rise of Insanity. This game just came out of early access, so it's fully released. I didn't play it back when it was in early access. It's a horror game on Steam. I think it goes for like 10 bucks. Worth noting, I don't think I paid for it. I'm pretty sure they sent me a Steam code, so I got it for free. Just for disclosure. Let's go ahead and start a new game. Warning, this game contains scary scenes and sudden increases of tension. People with weak heart and epilepsy problems should not play. So that's your warning. Rise of Insanity. I have a guess how this is gonna go.
Relax and calm down. Calm all your senses. My name is Dr. Stephen Dowell. You are here because your disorders started to get out of control. You ceased to behave normally, and disturbing thoughts took control over you. You will undergo my original therapy. I will show you the film I created. And at the end, you will tell me what feelings you have while watching it. And if you saw anything worrying.
Why don't the subtitles match the voice acting? Please don't show me your film. I know that you're an aspiring director and everything, but this sucks. Look at these shots. There's this weird grain over the whole thing. I'm pretty sure that's from a copyrighted film. You can't release this. What a disturbing film. Bunch of upset animals is basically all it is. And then stock footage. A lot of really angry birds. I like how the vultures were just chilling. Rise of Insanity. So, looks like my original presumption was correct. It's another game about how you have mental disorders and are vilified because of it. Great. Can't wait to play another one of these. The twist is gonna be, we're crazy. Alright. So here we are in Rise of Insanity. There's a Rorschach inkblot test right there. What do I see? A bird. I don't know. They showed a lot of birds just now, so that's probably why I see a bird. Patient Edward with 2 Ds. So he's completed his preliminary interview, his initial diagnosis, but gotta test a new therapy and wait for results. Neat.
The patient's data. Edward. 41 years old. Day, September 1st. I know Edward as far back as I remember. He worked as a gardener in our neighborhood. From the preliminary interview, I got to know that he suffers from a dream disorder. He has constant nightmares and can't sleep well.
Why?
As well as a memory disorder. Sometimes he doesn't remember what happened a couple of days or hours ago. I have some suspicions connected with his case, but it's too early for the detailed diagnosis.
Why don't the subtitles match the voice acting? That seems like a massive oversight for a fully released game. Like, there's nothing wrong with what was being said in the voice acting. Why'd they change it? Why am I opening these? Oh wait, there's a thing. A rubber ducky. Oh, it's a collectible. I bet. Okay, let's leave. Rise of Insanity. Okay, we got a toy car. Okay. Oh, only one of these I can open. Psycholozine. A real publication, I'm sure. Dr. Dowell launches his new experimental treatment method. Surprising connection of 4 different diseases. And then there's some like lorem ipsum placeholder text, it looks like. Okay, wait. We haven't been over here. Oh, it's just a crime scene. So what happened here? What, did we kill our entire family because we have multiple personality disorder? Is that what happened? I hate to be so pessimistic, but
tragedy. A mother and child were murdered, and the violator was...
I swear I'm playing this blind. That was incredible timing. Okay. Let's let's just look around a little bit more. Maybe we'll find some more rubber duckies so I can get all the achievements. Madness Symphony. Because when people are going nuts, they love to play Madness Symphony on the piano. Dear Mrs. Dowell, I remind you that you gave me a free hand. Ooh, kinky. About the development of one part of the garden. So I decided to plant most of it. There are dahlias that accentuate the flowers of clematis. I surrounded everything with white poppies. You'll be delighted, Edward. Poppies. Poppies will put them to sleep. You'll be delighted. She better be. Those flowers better be on point. Don't mess it up, Edward, with 2 D's. What's this? What's the TV on? Wow, you guys like to keep the blinds open, huh? In the middle of the forest? That's asking for trouble.
Please turn off the TV. It's gonna be stormy.
I think you mean, I think a storm is coming. That's what the subtitle said. Wow, the frame rate is dipping quite a bit. I don't want that to be an issue throughout the whole video. I'll see if I can fix it in just a second. Theodore Dowell, English, B. PE, B. But got an A, Math and Science, and Ethics. They have an ethics class. Cool. You took an ethics class. That's interesting. Hang on, guys. Okay, I think I fixed the frame rate dips there. Should be good for the rest of the time. All right, we turn it off. Where was that voice coming from? How was I able to hear her so clearly? What?
Am I talking with Dr. Stephen Dowell?
Yes, this is he. Dr. Stephen Dowell. What if there were rubber duckies upstairs? I must have missed them. That's too bad. It's nothing certain. Please come to the morgue to help with the identification. Cool.
Patient Edward 41. Day
Wait, there's
September
1D.
11th. Patient has told me about his dreams where he tries to murder his wife and
Oh
child.
my god.
As far as he said before, he's a bachelor, and he hasn't said anything about children. It could be some traumatic memory from his childhood. I have to get to know about it during our next meeting. It is a harder case than I expected. Some symptoms indicate that the patient can possess multiple personality. But these are only suspicions. I have to ask my friend, Abraham.
Your friend Abraham, is he qualified to give secondhand opinions? Also, I'm sorry, but who freaking called it? Dear Abraham, sorry I haven't written for so long. Due to family and job matters, I didn't have enough time. I hope that you were okay. Hey guys, line breaks. Ever heard of them? They'd be great here. How's your wife, Berta? Currently, I have a case of a certain patient, Edward, smeared. 41 years old. So is the last name going to be a twist? Okay, we got to watch out for last names. It's probably Edward Dowell. He complains about some problems with sleeping and with memory. I have noticed that he has some small tics. Sometimes he suddenly and in a strange way moves his small finger of the left hand. What? So he just... I'm sorry, the small finger of the... You mean the pinky finger? So he just goes like... And you notice that. Wow, that's... What a strange tick that is. He told me about his nightmare that still tires him. It's the only dream he remembers. He says he tries to kill his wife and his child in it. He cannot do it because he constantly wakes up before the very end. It is strange because Edward is a bachelor and he doesn't have any children. What do you think of it? I think that these are the beginnings of schizophrenia or multiple personality disorder. However, you have more experience in psychopathology. Best regards, Stephen Dowell. Yeah, I would hope that somebody other than you is more experienced in these matters, considering you're calling it MPD and not dissociative identity disorder like you should be. Cool beans. Oh! Where do I know this map from? Hatman Shadow Ward. Dude, anyone here from when Hatman Shadow Ward was a thing on YouTube? Everybody was playing that crap. Mother and her 7-year-old son murdered. Oh, and the city news of Neverwhere Town. I'm sorry, you guys decided to move to Neverwhere Town. You should have known what you were getting into. Vision can be saved. 50% of babies born with syphilis have impaired eyesight. Wow, what a bummer. Thanks, I really needed to know that bit of information. Anything cool we can see here, like death, like DATH and the... It might be in there. I don't know. I'm sure someone can screenshot it and take a look. St. Jonah Hospital, here we are. Man, don't you just hate it when chairs are blocking up an entire elevator? Don't you just hate that? Oh, we can't hop over this cot. Can't do it. Oh, I'm sorry, there are flies? So that's a body that's been dead for a long time there. I guess we'll just go in the elevator then. Hope there weren't any rubber duckies in there. Actually, I've only seen one, so I don't even know if that's a collectible. It just seems like it. Because it disappeared. It went into our inventory. I'm checking to make sure I'm still recording. I get paranoid sometimes. Sounds like that was a rough elevator ride, though. Oh no, it's this map. I recognize these walls. This is a free... Well, it's not free. Oh! There was somebody back there. Oh my god! It is a collectible! Did you guys see that? What is this, like Scary Hospital or something? The map? I think I've played about 12,000 games that use this map. Give or take. That's a bird. They're all birds. What's with the birds? The collectibles are rubber duckies. We saw like 1,000,000 birds in that film. We're finding like toy trains and automobiles. It must be Edward's son. A key to her heart is located where your journey began. Uh-oh. We got a lock. Where our journey began. Key to her heart. Hello? Oh, sorry, it's chained up. Maybe come back later. What's this? Oh, these are just doors. Okay, where my journey began. So we go back. I don't remember seeing a 3-digit code. But that definitely gave me a hint. So, we'll be on the lookout. Spooky. So we were supposed to come back because that initiated and it wouldn't have otherwise. Am I supposed to... Oh, okay, here we go. Up, the desk has been cleared. Check eyesight, room 6. Oh yeah, I do remember seeing that. Let's check our eyesight. Oh wow, 629, okay. Wait, has 629, oh I thought it was gonna have a message. But it doesn't. Okay, we got Wolfe, that was pretty easy. You know, it's a little odd game design wise to be like, go back to where your journey began, and then you go there, and then it's like, go to another room though. Go to the one with the eye chart. Look at the eye chart. And you go there and it just tells you the code. A little weird. I think there could be some more elegant ways to hint at the solution to this puzzle. Oh, it broke. So 6, 2, 9. Got it. I'm a genius, guys. I'm really smart. Whoa! Calm down. Anybody out there? Oh, there's no one there. Come on. So there's a candle. No match. That's the only text we can read. No match. No match for, I mean, that's 2 sets of teeth. Is that mother and son? Oh no, the body's gone. Knocking on the door, you want to come? Wait, when did this fall? When did... I can't go back over there. What? We're blocked off. It's like that one room in Silent Hill 3. Loud noises! Sorry. Anchorman. What is this supposed to tell me? Click on the bird? Oh. Red means scary, y'all. Here we go. Oh, we're the bird right now. This person really... They either really love birds or they really hate them. Something happened with birds. Something foul. Sorry about that, guys. I don't really plan these jokes. I just wing it. I can't help it.
Honey, gain control over him, please.
Okay, so you've got a threatening side personality. The side personality killed your wife and children. Good. Do we even need to play the rest of the game? I'm sorry, I know I sound like really, like I'm picking this game apart already, but it's just the premise. It's like Silent Hill 2. Every day, all the time. When it comes to Steam horror games. Except they always add in the, like, you have a split personality, and it's just tired of it. Cause like, you might think it's nothing to get worked up about, but there are people that actually have dissociative identity disorder, and most in most people's minds, they're just like, oh, it's like, oh, so you have a split personality and one of them's a murderer. Okay, Alan Wake. Yeah. That's right, I played Alan Wake. If you didn't know that, I have the stream archives up on my second channel, which I'm pretty sure most of you don't know about. But if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description. John Twolf. It is a pun. John Wolfe. 2. Get it? Playing a lot of cool stuff on there, like Rainbow Six Siege. I'm garbage at the game, but play with my buddy Sino and Max. Wait, oh, I picked up a key with like a tooth on it. I forgot. So yeah, I'm just saying, it'd be good if we could finally like get away from it. And even more offensive than that, though, it's boring and predictable. Hi. It's one of those games. It's one of those games where I'm constantly questioning, like, is there a fail state? Is there a way to die? Because I don't think there is. Got it. What up?
Daddy, play with me.
Was that voice actor a corpse? Because they sure sounded stiff. Well, play with me. Where is the border between reality and a dream? What is our life? Is it that what is dreamt, or that what we dream about? Tell me, dear Susan, what would you do if you couldn't sleep? Would you be able to take control over the dream that does not come but haunts you? Eddie. Eddie? Is Eddie the other personality? You guess we got Edward and Eddie. Theodore Dowell, age 7. Strangulation and sleep. So this is his son. Cool.
Daddy, why did you allow him?
I wonder what happened. Why'd you allow him? Listen, I know it's tough to get good kid voice actors for indie horror games, so I'm not gonna harp on it too long. But,
Daddy! Daddy! He's here. He's back.
I know it's tough, man. I know, like, you're making an obscure indie horror game on a low budget. Probably tough to get, like, Hollywood level talent for kids and everything, but maybe the kid doesn't talk, you know? Maybe that's the solution. Maybe the kid just writes notes. Theodore is a very talented child. He is very calm, revealing the character of a dreamer. The only thing that disturbs me is the shadowy shape which often appears in his drawings. Are we going with this trope too? However, it's probably just a character from a comic or something equally innocent. Probably a character from a comic. Nothing dangerous. Something equally innocent. So I was checking for this. The text for the notes doesn't even match the image of the document. I mean, oh wow. I mean, I don't think there needs to be like a full-time continuity person on the game staff or anything, but you gotta iron this stuff out. This reminds me of that room in Layers of Fear, the kids' room. This game reminds me of Layers of Fear, and I know that might be a little unfair. It just feels very Layers to me. Uh-oh. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Okay, so we gotta find a flashlight, basically, is what you're saying, before we can go in there. Okay, I'm cool with that. I'll look around. Oh, the tape's off here. What's this? Dear Mrs. Dowell, I am very pleased that you like my floral composition. I received your comments and further recommendations. I will plant rhododendrons, as has been recommended to me. I will have to drive my car in front of the greenhouse to move the seedlings. I hope you do not mind. Edward. Oh, can I please drive my car in front of the greenhouse? Why would they mind? Missing fuses. Oh, we have an actual, like, inventory puzzle. Hang on. Do we have to go upstairs? Oh, never mind. Man, what kind of Microsoft Encarta mind maze bullshit is this? Look at this. What's he got there? That was a very obscure reference I just made. I'd be surprised if there's like 5 of you who even know what I'm talking about. Microsoft Encarta, mind maze. Look it up. Great trivia game for the ages back in the 90s. Windows 95. Who remembers Windows 95? Was it 95? Encarta was like an encyclopedia program that came... I'll just tell you guys. It was an encyclopedia program that came with Windows 95, I think. What is this? Left, right, up, down? Cool. Basically makes a big shape. Okay. And it had this trivia game in it called Mind Maze, and I loved it as a kid. You had to work through this maze and like, oh wow, I wonder what that note was talking about. You basically had to like work through your maze, and like there were all these creepy people that came up to you and asked you trivia about history, geography, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, hi. Yeah, hello, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. What are you doing here? Worried effects of new treatment method. The method of treatment of severe psychological disorders of Dr. Stephen Dowell is about to submit to the patient the action of strong visual stimuli. What? The method of treatment of severe psychological disorders of Dr. Stephen Dowell is about to submit. That doesn't make any sense. It is aimed to put the patient in a hypnotic trance, during which the patient stands face to face with his fears and deepest thoughts. Oh, is based on... Okay, so this seems a little bit clearer. The results of the treatment, however, are far out of the expectation. So far, after therapeutic sessions with the doctor's films, my eye itches, patients have plunged into apathy, depression, or experienced epilepsy attacks for a long time after the appointment. Wow. Doesn't sound very therapeutic to me. The main association of psychologists. The main association of psychologists? You know, the main one is watching Dr. Stephen Dowell with anxiety, and they plan to meet with the author of this controversial research. Okay. Just revoke his license. Dear Stephen, my wife is very well as usual. Let's go to the essence of the case. You should remember that we have had a similar case in the past. It was the case that you took active part in. We are overworked. You could have forgotten. I think that you should, using suggestion, help your patient to finish the dream. What? Hypnosis can be too invasive. Try to ask him about his past. Accepting the traumatic events could be the starting point in merging his different selves. Looking forward to your next letter, Abraham. Who's Abraham? And what terrible ass advice. Look, birds again. This dude's obsessed. Is it because birds have like ultimate freedom? They can fly anywhere they choose? And they envy that. Oh. Wait, what did I just pick up? Oh. Cool. Did it. Okay, so I got the fuses, I think, is what those were. Let's go put them in. Yeah. The darkness can't overcome that light. Am I right, guys? Up top. If any of you guys actually high-fived your screen. Really? No, I'm just kidding. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. Great moves. What am I doing? Oh.
Patient Edward, 41. Taking some pieces of advice from my friend Abraham, I established that Eddie suffers from a very mild split personality disorder. The other personality hasn't shown yet.
The other part of the ego.
Hasn't taken him under control. There are only problems with memory and mild tics. I have to think about the kind of therapy I will apply.
Wait, huh? So he has mild DID, and the only symptoms are memory loss and some tics. I have tics. I try to hide them when I'm recording, but... Here's one of my tics. I blink a lot. I try to not do that when I'm recording. Wonder what I have. Maybe some people just have tics. Although if you do, you should definitely get rid of them.
Steven?
They can give you Lyme disease.
Are you here? Steven? It's Eddie.
Cool. So when's the insanity gonna rise, though? Just wondering. Oh, we're back in the asylum. Those are creepy. Are those monsters we're gonna see? Why they got painted faces? Are these the other personalities?
Daddy, I'm lost. It was so sad. I lost my figurines. Please find them for me.
You lost your miniatures, you mean? And wow, somebody pitch shifted their voice to sound evil. Oh, those were your toys in the drawing. Oh, I think I found one. Why'd you put him here? Got him. What was that? It's okay, we can't die. We're invincible. Another bird. It's that crow from Dumbo. Very cartoonish. What? So we're just gonna... I only found one of the dolls. Is that okay? Hey, while I'm here just doing jack shit, might as well promote my stuff. I stream on Twitch 3 times a week. Did you know that? I streamed like 6 times a week for like 6 months. And I bet most of you didn't even know that. Even though I made entire videos saying, I stream on Twitch. And things like that. I'm not guilting you or anything. I'm just being an asshole. Did the elevator just crash? How? Lucky I got out of there. Like as soon as I step out, it's like. What? Okay. I don't know. Can I still not open these? What am I doing? Going in here? All my stuff's back. Dear Steven, analyzing your previous letters and observations, I think that the problem is connected with... Does it say smeared? Yes. Please think about it one more time. I'm worried about you and your family. When I come back from smeared, I will visit you and we will talk. Abraham, smeared. Send your wife and child somewhere. Ensure that they are safe. So wait, are Steven and Eddie the same person? What a
Patient
twist that would be.
41. Day. Having acquainted with the traumatic Eddie's past life, violence in the family, and pathology, I've decided that I will use a less invasive method of treatment we can handle without hypnosis. The confrontation with the past and dreams connected with some mild anxiolytics should be enough. I think that finishing the dream, so killing the wife and child, can join his split selves. All we need to do is wait and observe.
Nobody would actually do this. No self-respecting professional would ever be like, yeah, why don't you just kill him in your dream? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a professional, but I'm not a mental health professional by any stretch of the imagination. That just seems like a bad idea. So yeah, calling it now, Stephen, Edward, same person. I should have called that earlier. I was a little... Women receive 30 stab wounds while the child was 2 days later strangled in his sleep. Oh, so multiple women. So the 30 looks different than the rest of the typeface. It's kind of weird. Okay, sorry. Where am I going? What am I doing? Can't use the elevator that just crashed. Oh, I see. Someone pushed this out of the way for me so now I can finally get past. Thank you. I was worried I would never get to enjoy the basement level or the front entrance. Was I on the second floor the whole time? Well, we can't use the broken elevator now, can we? Restricted area. Yeah, dude, this is Hatman Shadow Ward.
Breaking news. As the investigation has shown, the police have established that the brutal murder of the family of the famous doctor of psychology was caused by the local gardener, Edward S.
Edward S., huh? Why are they hiding his last name? Edward S.? I'm sorry, what 1920s? What decade was this? Maybe I missed that. Maybe this is like supposed to take place a long time ago. I just haven't really been paying attention to dates. Can I please have this? Thanks. This is the creepiest one. Doing this, are we? Yeah, actually that makes a lot more sense that this happened decades in the past. It's a bird. So... something open up, or... Okay, yeah, I was just looking. Ow, what's going on in there? Open up. Ow. You done in there? Another rubber ducky? I've definitely missed some, I think. Oh, hey. The last one. Found the third one. Wait, so those are the toys? They're wind up? Oh no. The crow was having a sit. We're outside the restroom. No big deal. Uh-oh. Wait. Dude, that's straight out of The Shining. Flashing lights warning. You guys had that at the beginning, though. I'm just along for the ride, man. Is it gonna go faster and faster? It probably is. This is actually kind of neat. This is kind of cool. Yeah, all snark aside, this is kind of neat. I think it could have been a little more interesting, but... Oh, I'm a bird again. But it's blue this time. Wow. Looking for rubber duckies.
Thank you, honey. But why?
I hate just like getting just a little throwaway sentence like that, and it's like, what is that implying? What happened? I guess we'll find out later. Neat. Okay, so we got like a headlamp. Oh man. Nose itches. Wow, how did we end up here? What? Wait, that guy's a plague doctor mask. Looks like he's having some diarrhea. What was that? Don't go in there. Oh, so I turn on the lights? I turn on the car lights. Looks broken. Oh, okay. Oh, well, if it's broken, I won't bother it. Okay, probably find something over here. So we can take out the plague doctor with a beam of dazzling light. Why don't we just come here during the day? Sometimes I suffer terribly because I have to restrain myself. When I see you with such a beautiful knife in your hand when you prepare dinner, I imagine you and me together with cold steel in your bowels. I look at your beautiful eyes, glazed with tears, and your life slowly fades. I dream to give you the last kiss on your fading lips. Eddie, this is terrible poetry. Who do you think you are? Edward Cullen? There's a part in Twilight where Edward literally whisks a tear off of Bella's face and tastes it. He eats her tears. I did read the first Twilight book. I wanted to do it because I thought it'd be really funny, but instead it was just really disturbing. Wait, did I get some tape? Is this supposed to fix the car? I know there's gonna be people out there that are like, you actually read Twilight? But it was funny. It's a really poorly written book. Okay. But yeah. Those dudes in that book are really, like, Bella's an idiot. And Edward is a creep ass. He's a possessive, manipulative jerk. It's insane. Did I turn it on? Oh, I turn it on. Oh. I'll get him. Enough about Twilight. I couldn't get through the next one. I think it was like New Moon. Like, I read some of it and I was just like, I can't. I needed to just do something more constructive with my time. Because it was funny. It was just... Thanks for the mouse. Dead boy buried in the garden. Thanks, City News, for that headliner. Hey, this kid that got murdered that we already talked about with several other headlines, he got buried in the garden. As a result of the ongoing investigation, the police found the body of Theodore Dowell. Oh. They found him. I thought they were just, like, talking about where he was going to be buried. The son of a well-known psychologist was murdered and buried in a greenhouse on the premises by gardener Edward S. Why do they keep calling him Edward S? We're gonna hear some other like S last name, and it's gonna be like, oh my god.
Come for me, please. Mom is lying here. She is so cold.
Sorry, kid. We're gonna need like 50 more takes of that. First take is not good enough. You just sit here and hang out during the loading screens. It's cool. And I don't say anything, so it's a really boring time for both of us. Oh my god, turn it. There. What's over here? You know, this game supposedly has like, what, 14 achievements? And I haven't gotten any of them. Let me look at these real quick. Because I saw that it had achievements. Okay, they're not working. Because one of them is solve the puzzle with the padlock in the hospital. Which I did. And I don't have that achievement, so... yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can only guess that they're not working. Unless, like, I swear to God. That was the ring. That was the well from the ring that it had on there. It was very loud. I got my headphones turned way, way up. Why do I keep looking in here? There's not anything. Oh, the Madness Symphony is gone. You missed. You barely missed. Just like another couple feet and you would have got me. Is this where we're supposed to go? Oh, I can go upstairs too. Well, where am I supposed to go? There's a lot of places I can go. Oh, it's flooded. The dead rat's still there. Oh, what? Cool. I assume we'll have to go upstairs in a second. Oh, wait, this is the kids' room. We haven't been upstairs. Neat. So I guess that's why birds are everywhere. Unforgiving Crow is like that plague doctor thing. Is that like Eddie's mask or something? Every morning, 2 crows. Thought and memory are released and fly above the world. Wait. Is this a puzzle hint? Every morning, 2 crows. Thought and memory are released and fly above the world. Okay. I'll remember that in case it comes up again. Gotta remember those 2 crows. This looks like... famous psychologist accused by the Committee of Ethics. Ah yes, the Committee of Ethics. Who could forget? The experimental method of treating severe psychological disorders developed by Dr. Stephen Dowell has been controversial for a long time. It is alleged that following the doctor's sessions, patients' conditions deteriorated significantly, yet Dr. Dowell maintained his opinion about the correctness of the procedure. The Maine Association of Psychologists conducted interviews amongst the people surveyed by Dowell's films. The investigation learned of a former patient who committed suicide after experimental sessions. The young female patient threw herself under a speeding train, and the psychologist treating her hid all trace of a connection between the patient and his methods. How? The doctor even falsified files after the autopsy to avoid any consequences. The Medical Ethics Committee... wait, that's a different committee. Oh. Wished to refute Dowell's right to pursue a career, and the family of the dead girl announced their intention to prosecute. The dead girl, huh? Wow. Oh, there's, oh, it's over there, okay. Tape recorder. These don't open. Okay. So... oh, this window's open. So does S stand for Steven? Is his name Eddie Steven? But I'm more afraid that the memory may come back. Wait, was there like a part 1 to that? Maybe I just missed it. Oh well.
Patient. Data. Today is 28th of March. March. No. Weird case. Only experimental methods. Only experimental. No. Why him? Why him? I don't know. I don't know. Weird case. Weird case.
It's like Jared Leto's Joker. There's no depth. It's just all crazy. Alright, so I guess we just go downstairs. Okay, the phone's ringing. Gotta answer it. Noticing a trend. Oh, the phone was undamaged in the landslide! The gigantic rock slide that crushed half of the house. Didn't get the phone. That's too bad. If it had, we wouldn't have been able to progress. What? What did he say? I was too busy being outraged about the phone not being destroyed. I'm walking.
Friday, he had a family on his own.
This is how slow it is.
Wednesday, his dreams did not allow him to sleep. So on Thursday day, he visited the doctor to confess so deep. On Friday night, he did what the doctor told him to do. On Saturday, he did not have his family. He did the doom.
He did the doom. What?
The Sunday morning, he slept all. The doctor was right. Nightmares have gone.
Hi, I'm here too. What about me, the player, right now? When am I gonna get answers? Where are we? Alright, Penumbra Black Plague. Right. Let's go, I guess. Gotta think like the turn gate.
My name is Dr. Stephen.
Yeah, see, he's in both seats. Is this the part where we discover the truth? Are these rose petals? They are. There's some kind of flower petals. It might not be rose petals. Oh my god. Don't do this. Theodore is a very talented child. Is this changing? I mean, does Theodore have the... Is Theodore Eddie? I don't know.
Honey, gain control over him, please.
Oh, he's playing it faster now. We gotta hear that laugh again? Where is the border between reality and a dream? What is our life? Is it that what is dreamt or that what we dream about? Tell me, dear Susan, what would you do if you couldn't sleep? Would you be able to take control over the dream that does not come but haunts you? Teddy's 3rd birthday went great. The party took place in our garden. All dishes and desserts were made from fruits we bred there. Ugh. I bet they tasted terrible. The only thing that made me worried was that Steven took an active interest in Teddy's mental development. He is only 3 and his father is already forcing him to learn to read. I have to talk to him. What? Like, you mean like learning the alphabet? Or like straight up learning to read? That's a little extreme. 3 years old? Cool. Okay. Let's just keep going. Oh. Well. So now what? Oh. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. What is happening? Where am I? Oh, I was staring at the ground, apparently. Okay, let's go. I like that Sesame Street scene where like Bert and Ernie are in the pyramid and Ernie starts singing the Rubber Ducky song and then the Egyptian pharaoh starts singing the Rubber Ducky song. It always used to scare the shit out of me as a kid. Bert! Oh, Bert! What is it, Ernie? Bert. Pharaoh moved, Bert. Ernie.
Steven, can I get into the bathroom for a while?
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you at? Where is you at? What is, oh, our bedroom. This is the place where lovemaking takes place. Because of the excess of duties, I don't have time to take care of our garden. I've asked Steven to help me to employ somebody to help. There's that much that he can offer. At least that much he can offer. Wow, that's all I asked for. Damn. Burn. I can't stand these maniacal attempts to create a genius from our child. Steven is out of line. Taking him to the hospital and testing mental development methods is a sick fad. Sometimes I think that this marriage was a big mistake. I will drive Teddy to his grandma. Maybe he will be able to take a break from his father. So it sounds to me like Teddy might be Eddie. Ah, Eddie. Teddy. Okay, so I was a little off in my original prediction, I think. Tedward. These are...
Bring me the towel from the bedroom. I forgot about it completely.
Oh, you forgot the towel when you're about to shower? Been there. No, I always bring a towel. Never don't bring a towel. Where is it? The towel from the bedroom. This tiny thing? It's like a washcloth. Where do I, oh, right. Did it just lock me in here? Oh my god. Can I get this? Finally read it. I've got mixed feelings about our relations. Steven is my employer and I owe him a lot, but I know it's not a conversation to be conducted via letters. Let's meet in 2 days in the garden, the usual place. Edward. Okay, so Theodore literally can't be Edward now. Because that's really strange. I don't know, maybe Edward is a real person. It's just... There's gotta be... Come on, there's gotta be the twist. There's gotta be the "it was me all along" twist, or like something similar to that.
I'm staying at my parents' house with Teddy tonight.
So there. Suck it. Right. Dear Abraham, thank you so much for saying Dr. Alfred Bennett's publication about checking children's IQ to me. Thanks to it, I have come up with a great idea. For now, I will not tell you the details because I don't want to jinx it, but it will be connected with increasing the IQ of very small children in the initial part of their mental development. It is to be revolutionary. Did they at least correct it? No, they didn't. Imagine this. Intellectual elites developed from the earliest ages to advance our world of science. The mankind may witness enormous development growth thanks to my research. Okay. You know, it seems like it's more and more about, like, the father pushing Theodore than anything else. What, are we not going downstairs? Finally.
Research theme. The test of the therapy increasing the intelligence among children. The subject of the research, Theodore Dowell. The first attempts to increase IQ, I started using suggestion and manipulation method during REM sleep. The subject handled the experiment very well. I began the observation and started the manual visual tests phase.
Cool. Oh, it's locked. Okay. What? The kid's still in a crib, you idiot. Oh, all of a sudden the elevator works now, huh? Right. Oh boy. My back hurts from carrying this video. Chromatic aberration. What's this? Looks broken. Is it after me or? What? What's this? Reset. Oh, it's like a puzzle. Okay. Oh. Oh, a key. Another key with a tooth on it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Nobody's ever really believed in me before. I almost forgot what it was like. Light bulb. Okay, thank you. I will go in here. Does that mean I have like a great idea? I'm trying, guys. So I got a light bulb and I got a key. And now I gotta get out of here. I think. Yeah, bye-bye. I'm gonna go back to the elevator and use the key, I guess. Someone seriously needs to repair these elevators. Gotta say. Was there something here I needed to unlock? Oh, the light's out. Oh, this. Abraham, it all went to hell. Will you give me a second? My entire plan, everything was based on suggestion and an attempt to manipulate Dream in the REM phase. I tested it on my son, Teddy. I thought I would not be harmful, that it wouldn't lose anything. On the contrary, I would gain the first genius in the family created in this way. His marks are higher indeed, but he lacks empathy, and he started to be afraid of the dark. My wife forbade me to continue my research. Why have I even attempted to try this on my son? I am abandoning this project. I'm sending back your materials. Thanks for them. Regards, Steven. P.S. I might have an interesting patient soon. What, Eddie? Oh, I didn't see it. I looked away. Uh-oh. Oh no, it's my favorite part of these games, where you're locked in a room and you just have to wait for it to be over in order to leave. Did I die? What happened? He like shoved his beak in my face. I got personal space. Get your beak out of my face. What? Is this like the epilogue? What's happening? I need to cut this chain with something. We got a shovel right here. You can just knock it off. Wow, this is very colorful. This is where I was earlier. Huh. We'll find something. We'll find it. There's a saw. There's like several saws there, but we gotta get the actual bolt cutter, right? You know, I'm proud to say, I, myself, own a bolt cutter. Officially in my late 20s. Officially old. I own a bolt cutter. That's the true test to see if you're young or not. Do you own a bolt cutter? Oh, hey, nature. Ah, wildlife. This does look nice. In like a Firewatch kind of way. We're like, I don't know. The greens are like a little too green, you know? I should still do something here. Okay. The strange sessions with Teddy have allowed to obtain the outcomes desired by my husband. Is a toxic relation between the father and son worth it? Teddy is no longer a happy child as before. He is very afraid of the dark. On the one hand, it is normal at his age. Really, I don't know. I only can rely on Eddie, but he seems strange recently. I have tried to improve my marriage relations, but complete lack of interest from Steven kills me. He is constantly talking about his new curing method. This relationship is imprisoning me. I can't see any future for it. I know it's a bit reckless, but I'm starting to feel more free with Eddie. Only he gives me just a little interest. Yeah, 'cause you're married. And he's the gardener. I don't know. I mean, apparently he killed you guys. Oh, maybe Steven killed them. I don't know. Who cares at this point? Let's go out there. Wait, is this like the Silent Hill 2 part? Where we go across the lake? It is. Sit back and relax, everybody. We're gonna have a nice long boat ride. Oh, what? We're not gonna go all the way across? I was really hoping we would. We're back in Marshmallow Land. God, I want to eat the walls. Give Give me a graham cracker and some chocolate and a fire.
Therapy increasing the intelligence among children.
Intelligence among children.
Intelligence among children. Intelligence among children. Intelligence among children. Put some like fast forwarding effects in there, like fast forward. Intelligence among children.
Just for a while.
Uh-huh. Okay.
The subject handled the experiment very well.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right, we're gonna see a gravestone, aren't we?
I hereby open the trial against Edward about Susan Dowell and Theodore. I hereby open the trial against Edward.
What? The Breed and Birds Taxidermy. On your 7th birthday, happy birthday, Stephen, Dad. Theodore was 7. Sorry, there's an ant climbing on my softbox light. So what are we doing? What's happening here? Oh. Hour 2 of playing Rise of Insanity. Supplies are running low. I miss my family. I never thought I'd be gone this long. I don't know how much longer I can make it. Oh. We'll go in there in a second. In the case of Susan Dowell's and Theodore Dowell's murder, suspect Edward Segurtoys. What? Sgurtoys? Oh, Teys? Segurties? Edward Squirties, everybody. That's their name. Interrogated by Chief Inspector Samuel Wilson. After many attempts to make contact with the suspect, we haven't got any information. The accused smiles all the time and indistinctly repeats a sentence which reads, "The nightmares have stopped." His eyesight is absent. He doesn't maintain eye contact with the interlocutor. He probably doesn't realize the position he is in. Without the presence of a forensic psychologist, we are not able to get more information. It is supposed that the case will be finished with insanity plea. I don't, honestly, I've kind of given up on the story a little bit. Just
good. So maybe you would tell us about your authorial therapy.
they all look the same.
What do you think, Mr. Dow? Can you hear me?
Like,
It's better now, isn't it? So, can we continue? Great. Did you know that Susan Dow was pregnant?
like, it's not hard to just get like police officer models. John, I know that tomorrow is Bowman's shift, so I've hidden the key for the door switches in a safe place. Don't tell me anything. Let's drive him nuts for a while. Oh, you've hidden the key in a safe place, huh? It's gonna take me like 2 seconds to find it, I bet. But I can find it in like 2 seconds. A safe place. Look, like, did you hide it in a literal safe with a combination that I have to find out from some other note? Is that what I gotta do? We can find it. The suspect is rattled. There is... Wait, witness Stephen Dowell. So they're not the same. The suspect is rattled. There is a lack of rational contact with him. It is understandable in his position. He hasn't said anything new. After the murder, there were many different comments from the psychology world and the press. The witness has only mentioned that his therapy curing mental split had been very ineffective. He hasn't commented on that. Curing mental split. So right, left, right? Wait. Why does it do that? Like when I try to move it to the left, it doesn't go. Okay, Morse code. Wait. So 7 was last one. We need to hear it again. So 3. 327. So 327, I think is the code. She may look clean, but what? You can't beat the Axis if you get VD. Oh, Axis powers, right? Cool. Got the key. Oh. Yeah, you never saw that coming, did you? Okay, let's go. Okay, guys, let's like go. Where was it? Not here. Was it in here? Yeah. Oh, come on. Is it back here? Oh, I opened it. I opened up the cell doors.
Give me some creeps, Doctor. I won't manage alone.
Well, that door moaned at me. Dr. Liar? The examination conducted by Dr. Maslow's team shouldn't be taking... Wait, Dr. Maslow, Dr. Bandura. These are actual psychologists. Maslow's hierarchy of needs, anyone? Shouldn't be taken into consideration during the investigation. Dr. Maslow could have an influence on the process of this examination in order to help his friend, Dr. Bandura says. Dr. Dowell was known for his controversial methods of treatment and the fact that in the past he has probably led to his patient's death, he adds. What? Was Dr. Dowell real? I don't think so. I've never heard of him, but, you know, that doesn't mean anything, I guess. The tragic events that have happened to my friend had a very bad influence on his mental health condition, says Dr. Abraham Maslow. What? A friend of the accused who is suspected of manipulating Dr. Stephen Dowell, which in turn has led to his family's murder. I deny the gossips that Stephen pretended he had a mental incompetence. I have examined him, as well as other psychologists and psychiatrists who were strange to him. You've examined him and other people that talked to him. You've examined them all, huh? Here we are in the courtroom.
I hereby open the trial against Edward about Susan Dowell and Theodore Dowell's murder. Do the prosecutor and counsel wish to say anything before the trial is started?
I would like to enclose the report about my client's insanity to the evidence, as well as recordings made by Dr. Dowell during the therapy.
Mr. Edward, could you tell us about the relation that was between you and Mrs. Susan Dowell, Dr. Stephen Dowell's wife, that tried to cure you? I would like to enclose documents from Susan Dowell's autopsy to the evidence. Basing on these, Your Honor, as well as the jury can get to know that the victim was pregnant with the defendant.
The victim was pregnant with the defendant. Why is this so dark? Okay, in the case of the Susan Dowell's and Theodore Dowell's murder, suspect Stephen Dowell. The interrogation is conducted by Chief Inspector Samuel Wilson and forensic psychologist Mr. Richard Jackson. Thank you for introducing this very extensive cast of characters. Now, what does it say? After adding new evidence, which is Susan Dowell's dissection protocol, we get to know that she was in the first month of pregnancy, and the father is suspect Edward Blurred. We'll never find out his last name until we see his gravestone at the end. We established that Stephen had a motive and skills to manipulate Edward. The suspect during the interrogation showed lack of the contact with interlocutors. He went through ambivalent states from hysterical attacks, you mean? To complete apathy. The accompanying psychologist during interrogation came up with a thesis about Mr. Dowell's insanity caused by many traumatic experiences in a short period of time. Wow. He just has insanity. Just plain insanity.
I opened the trial against Stephen Dowell about malpractice against Edward, who caused Susan and Theodore Dowell's death. The prosecutor and counsel wish to say anything before the trial has started?
My client, as a doctor, always takes care about patients' welfare. In the enclosed evidence, Your Honor may read about many difficult cases that have been cured by the defendant. He was trying to cure his protege at any cost to ease the pain.
Your Majesty, I would like to include
Your Majesty,
the description of one
Your
therapy
Majesty,
conducted by the defendant, which, as we can read, also finished with a failure. The girl with similar illness like Edward, who under the influence of the therapy made suicide.
And did the defendant realize that his wife was pregnant, not with him, but with Edward?
Sorry. This story, man. Oh, hang on, guys. Hold that thought. I got a phone call. Gotta answer. So Edward was the unborn baby. How much longer do you think this is? I mean, you can just look at the video length, but for me, it's a mystery. It's a little exciting. Wait, hang on. I thought I clicked on everything in here, but this weird marble face bookend. Oh, it's open. Jeez. I think that might be my #1 pet peeve with these type of games, where you're just locked in a room and you feel like an idiot, and then the door just opens because you're just like clicking on everything. Like, is there something I'm missing? And then no, it was timed. It was timed. What up? Mother and her 7-year-old son murdered. All this horrible acts were done by the head of the family. Oh, father of the family, it says.
How are you feeling today? Everything's okay?
Shut the hell up.
It's time to show you something. Let's go to the next room. Have a seat and make yourself comfortable.
Sounds like... Okay, never mind. Let's go. Oh, what? Am I gonna watch one of your movies? I don't want to watch a movie.
Our relationship started to pass away suddenly. Stephen treated me like a lodger, unwanted person, with whom he lived because it was a kind of interest. And I started to live on memories and projections that were so beautiful in my head, so perfect. Stephen was in them like years before, like when we moved into our new house and we planned to make a big garden, only for us. These memories made me stronger, helped me to survive, and wait for tomorrow with hope. First time, I thought that maybe I'm only dreaming, or the projections about him became ridiculously strong. He came to me like before, smiling, happy, with sparkles in his eyes. Similar situations repeated in the next weeks, and I, instead of looking for their source, was waiting till my loving Stephen came back, just for a while, to feel like before, like years ago. At the beginning of our relationship, Stephen often told me about interesting things from the psychology ward. During his studies, he met with the case of a patient with multiple personalities. I remember well this case because it seemed to be very exciting. So many different personalities in one body that differ in IQ, beliefs, talents, and even visual acuity.
Visual acuity?
My husband's illness to meet with Eddie, his second personality.
I called it!
Happy, just for a while, to fulfill my dreams. During our romance, we often met in the garden. Today, I again talked with Eddie. He is in very bad condition. Stephen's therapy started to even scare him, he says. He must make terrible things to be cured and finally take a breath. As a last resort, I will send this recording to Abraham.
I will send this recording to Abraham. So you're not going to talk to Abraham. You're just going to say that to no one. Okay, so Eddie is Steven. As we already knew. I doubted it briefly, but... Okay. Well, I can't go. What? Rubber ducky, get out of my way. Okay, here we go. This feels like it has a certain finality to it. What? What? Evil children throwing teddy bears at me. Okay. Oh, come on! Who said there'd be gravestones, right? Oh, now it opens. I don't know if I was supposed to look at the gravestones or what. I was trying to click on them, but they didn't seem to give a shit. We're gonna throw the ring into Mount Doom or whatever. Push him. So, if Eddie and Steven are the same person, how come the chief inspector had separate sheets for them? Like, is this just a really woke police department that is like, we're gonna treat them like separate people? Or like, how come no one mentioned in those, like, by the way, Eddie is Steven's other personality? That was just, they failed to mention that, I guess. Oh, boy. Rise of Insanity. So it's basically exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Makes me sad because I was hoping maybe it would be better. And now I'm like, that's an hour and a half of recording time. Do I upload this even though it wasn't that interesting? Also, the achievements don't work. I didn't get any. Not even the gimme. That always annoys me when I don't get my Steam achievements. Yeah, there's not really much to say about Rise of Insanity that I already haven't said. The dissociative identity disorder thing. oh, you killed your wife and children. You were the both personalities. You killed them all. Just like, it's another game with the exact same premise. I swear I've played this game where you play as someone who killed their family because you have another personality, or because you have some sort of like, or because you're crazy, or it's just, it's so overdone. It's so, I mean, I get it, you know. Silent Hill 2 was an amazing game. An incredible game. But do we have to keep trying to remake it with like a very similar story over and over again? And do we have to keep having these horror games where there's no danger and we just walk around and jump scares happen and then we're taken through notes like through this predictable story? Because like at that point, like if you're gonna take the gameplay out of it, right? If you're gonna take out like chase sequences, hiding from danger, stealth elements, if you're gonna take all of the gameplay out of it completely, you have to have an incredible story. You have to have a really strong story. You can't just have like, you're crazy, your other personality kills your wife and kid. Like, that's just not gonna cut it, because this game basically, it was completely depending on the story and the graphics and atmosphere just by themselves, and they weren't strong enough, in my opinion. I just listen, and I know it's, you have a bunch of limitations being a small indie studio cranking out these indie horror games, but the kid voice actor shouldn't have been in the game, and all the discrepancies between the text and what was written on the images and what was spoken in the voice lines shouldn't have been there. Those need to be scrubbed out for a full release, especially. And, you know, making everybody the same model of the dude with the mask, and then like the one person that doesn't is Steven with the plague doctor beak thing. Like, models aren't that expensive. You could have gotten, like, the judge had his own model. I did really enjoy when he was called Your Majesty. That might have been my favorite moment. Your Majesty. Oh boy. So, yeah. I mean, I don't really have much interesting to say outside of that. It's just, I've come to learn that any game I play with the word insanity in the title tends to kind of go this route with everything. I remember Roots of Insanity, that weird like Outlast clone I played last year. I got this one mixed up with that one actually for a while, and I thought I had already played it. So when it was out in early access, I thought I had already done it. All the lines kind of just blur together for me sometimes. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought about Rise of Insanity. Maybe you think I'm full of shit. Maybe you thought it was great. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Think critically.